Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good. Such a beautiful day out here. I love it. Everyone is smiling. That is amazing. So we are going to get things rolling this morning. And I love it that Jesse and Amy are first on the docket for our opening song. So let's welcome Amy and Jesse, please.
Good morning. Unity on the Lakeshore. Jesse and Amy here with you, and so glad to be here on this joyful Sunday. Hope you're having an amazing morning so far. It's about to get a lot better. Let's rise and shine as we kick off our celebration service with this opening tune.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Everywhere you go.
Woo! Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, yeah. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's see it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Woo!
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to ask Reverend Mark to come on up and get us going with prayer, please.
Thank you for hosting us today, Diana. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity on the Lakeshore. Special welcome to those of you live streaming in. Also, shout out to Unity of Decatur, who is one of our now sister churches that streams us into them every Sunday. So, welcome to the family. Let's take a breath together. As we take this moment to begin, pausing to welcome the divine guidance, the love, the healing power of God, not as a separate being, but as a principle of wholeness, a principle of peace, a principle of health and well-being as our nature. From this knowing, from this unification, I affirm that we are blessed, that we are guided in our time together, and that our time together is greater than us, for it extends out of these walls and wraps itself around the world as a hug of love. Grateful to be this and to know this together. And so it is. Amen.
Mark, I love your beads. I love the purple beads. Oh my goodness. Good morning, I'm Diana Kaza. Welcome everybody. And another extension to the welcome that Reverend Mark gave to everyone online as well as everybody here. And also Jesse and Mike. Their music is amazing. I love them and we appreciate them being here. Unity on the Lakeshore is a non-denominational spiritual community in loving acceptance. If you are here for the very first time, wherever you are, whoever you are, on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. At this time, I'd like to ask Thea to come up and light the Christ candle, please. If everyone would please join me, we light the Christ candle, remembering the Christ in us. We also enjoy speaking our vision statement, and that is, every life, a spiritually transformed life. And of course, our affirmation of faith. There is only one presence and one power as me, the universe, the God, the good, omnipotent. Now it's time for our congregational song. Let's bring Jesse and Amy back up.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy.
Thank you, Amy and Jesse. At this time, I'd like to read the daily word. And the word today is gratitude. Gratitude is my natural state of mind. What joy is to feel gratitude rising from my heart and filling in my mind. Feeling grateful makes me aware of the all-encompassing presence of love, including the divine within me. When I live from my spiritual nature, gratitude becomes the song of my heart. I don't need to wait for a reason to feel gratitude. When I live in a state or an attitude of gratitude, I feel the good in every situation. Blessings that may come from my adversity and the presence of love in every aspect of life. Practicing gratitude opens my eyes to the blessings that are present and opens my heart to receive even more. I give thanks for an unlimited world, blissful peace, and perfect wholeness. Psalms 95:2. Let us come into love presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise of love with praise of song. Thus ends the reading. And it's time for Amy and Jesse again. Let's welcome them back.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord. Call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous if we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness, the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations, the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power.
It's one power.
One power.
It's one power.
Power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Power.
It's one power.
One power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power. One power.
Wow, that was kind of mesmerizing, wasn't it? That was so beautiful. Thank you, Amy and Jesse, for their wonderful, wonderful music. So this is the final day of our chakra series. I hope you've enjoyed the focus of moving through the chakras, connecting them to the unity principles, and then using them as a way to purify the blocks and the stories and the lies, as well as to simultaneously anchor the truth of this one power of which they sing. This one power that truly flows through you as all of its support, as all of its nature. When God had a super amazing divine idea that he named you, God gave itself fully. There was nothing held back whatsoever. There wasn't a God that said, I will create you this much, but I will hold power over you. It said, I will create you in my image and in my likeness as this power. The challenge is that we can't fully experience and use this one power if you're out of alignment. The moment it begins to flow through any sense of separation, it becomes disempowered. It becomes a shadow power. And this is what we're seeing in the world. I'm finding myself shocked, and I'm not shocked by the world because I keep saying it's just repeating itself. What's new that's happening here? And yet for some reason, as of late, I'm finding myself going, wow, this is something. This is something because, I don't know, I'm going to go there for a moment. I think I'll speak for me. I think I had that illusion that, well, these things will never happen in America. And I think that very idea has what has kept many people sort of in denial and asleep to how the abuse of power has just been happening over and over and over. Not judging anybody whatsoever. It's just the cycling of the illusion of fear. And this is the challenge of the world out there, is that it is a world that believes in two powers. And the two powers are always trying to find which one is the boss. That's the game. And much scripture is written in that idea, that there's God and the devil. That whole idea that we all started hearing at a very early age was the story of two powers fighting with each other. And it was a way to make this external world look like it sort of made sense. Well, if there's God and the devil and they're fighting for who's in charge of this power, then you've got to choose whose side you're on. The challenge became the God side became divided. And then that side became divided, and divide and divide and divide and divide until you're in such a deep hole of division that you forgot, where is this one power? It's impossible to see this one power with our human eyes, because our human eyes fail us. Our human eyes are not seeing something out there. Our human eyes are projecting the division that's within our mind. And so this is why one power is such a primary focus that we can't just make intellectual. This is the first principle of unity. There is one power and one presence. That is the first principle. But the problem is we have a lot of head nodders that go, yeah, that's true. That's an intellectual idea. But it doesn't come alive until that intellectual idea and principle becomes a lived reality, a guiding reality, where it's so convicted that when you see two powers, the moment you do, it ricochets you back into yourself where you go, there's only one power, there's only one power, division, get thee behind me, this is not the truth of God. When we are convicted inside of that, the light will be so bright that one power will draw unto itself. And I believe that is where the entire movement of New Thought is struggling, because the principle that it teaches wonderfully in many, many ways is saying to us, has it become divided in your experience of community? Have you allowed this yes to a principle to become but not here when you find yourself mad? Have you found yourself the yes to the oneness, finding yourself divided and judging and stomping away, taking your toys with you? We've seen this happen in all churches. What is that? That is a belief in two powers. That is a conviction to make the illusion greater than the truth that we teach. Take a breath. Because I'm not beating us up. I just make us look. And I'm not even doing it. It flows through me. Believe me, I got a part of my mind going, you want me to say that? So I'm tracking with you. Trust me. This one power will never be codependent. It will never agree to division, but it won't stop you from believing in division. This is where it gets interesting, because this one power says you are divine creator. I give you all, so you must have freedom to create, which you have been given. So while it doesn't support the belief in two powers, it doesn't stop you from believing. And that's when people go, where did this come from? If God is all there is, and this illusion of sickness and suffering that unity teaches about really is an illusion, then what the heck is going on? What's going on is your mind has not agreed to the truth. Your mind has not committed to make the truth the focus and nothing else. And nothing else. I speak very often of Emily Cady, who I think is one of the purest unity teachers in the movement. Back in the mid-1800s, she wrote, there is only God, everything else is a lie. This is where you find one power. There's only God, everything else is a lie. So do you move through your day going, oh, that's a lie, oh, that's a lie, oh, that's a lie? Or do you move through the day going, can you believe she said that? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Wow, can you believe how crazy they are? These are our options. One will return you to one power, the other will keep the wars. And this is in our mind, and this is this is spiritual maturity. When we say the world I see is the world in me, period, you have just elevated yourself to the doctoral program. And now, We simply find the commitment, the obedience, the conviction, the discipline to just keep ringing that bell. Not against anything, because if it's an illusion, why fight with an illusion? When you wake up in the morning, you don't fight with the dream you had. You might be a little surprised by it, go, wow, what a crazy dream. But you don't fight with it. You just go, that was a dream. That was a dream. That was a crazy dream. You're having a dream within a dream. And if you remove the nighttime dream and you stay in this dream, you're having a crazy dream. Just acknowledge that in this moment. I am in a crazy dream that I'm separate. And in that crazy dream, and this is really important, what is the power from which it comes? The power from which it comes is fear. So the one power of love divided into love and fear. So the world that we're experiencing, if you back everything up, you back it up to the energy from which it comes, because that's what it is. Let me say that again. If you back anything up, you back it up to the energy from which it comes, and that's what it is. So what is this whole world? What does it come from? Fear. And it's really a tough thing to face, because what do our relationships come from? They come from fear. When the bride and groom come together, there's an aspect of fear in there. There's a belief in duality. We don't want to see it. We want the Disney experience, but enough of you have landed in the divorce court to know something went funky here. We've all faced those challenges, you know? Now, what we do is we use those challenges to return us home, right? We don't even argue with the challenges. We just continue one power. So I'm experiencing two. How do I get back? So what I do is I back up the illusion to the fear, and then I take the fear and I go, what's the power behind that? One power. And what's the name of that? That's where we come alive. That's where we remember who we are. That's what we call heaven. We call that heaven. A unified experience with this one power whose name is love. And as we've been going through the chakras, the first chakra, we established this one power as its name as protection and safety and belonging. And then we moved up to the second chakra, and we said the name of this one power is creativity and passion and pure power and joy. And we moved up to the third chakra, and we said its name is will. Its name has an intelligence within it that's only good. And when we flow with the goodness and we trust the will of this nature, the will of it is good, when we align with that, we remember it's our will. And then we moved up to the heart chakra, and we said the name of this one power is love. And we moved up to the throat chakra. We said the name of this power is creative expression. It's truth. And when your word, which is the throat chakra, aligns with truth to create and cause, then you're moving from the original inception, whose nature is love. Then we moved up last week to the sixth chakra. And this one said, the name of this one power is wisdom. And it flows through intuition. And it's a guiding power. And it's a communicating power. It's always talking to you. But its nature is peace. It's kind of unfortunate. Stay with me on that. It's unfortunate because peace doesn't fight. It's unfortunate because peace doesn't yell. And so what I mean by it's unfortunate, it's that it's quiet. It doesn't go, I am God's voice in you, and it tries to scream louder than the other one. That would make it disempowered. Do you get that? If the voice of peace argued, that would mean that the voice of peace believes in another voice. So this is where it gets a little challenging, but this is why we've got to become quiet so that you begin to hear the voice of peace, the voice of love, speaking inside you. That's how I hear it. I hear it literally speaking. But some people will say they just get like a sense, a feeling, or an imaging. It's like that knowing that transcends your need for experience. So that's all the expressions of this one power in you through the chakras, which lines you up into this vortex of rainbow light that I call the kingdom of heaven. You have moved into by just simply using the energy of the chakras and your attention upon them with affirmations of truth, which we do here at Unity, to create this alignment. And then in the alignment, it says, ask and you shall receive. You ask when you ask in the nature of your being. Again, what am I saying? Ask in the one power of love. And that's where it's given. But, stay with me, when we go to two powers and fear is asking, fix this, fix this, fix this. Do you see how this one goes? I'm hearing a faint something, but I'm just hanging out here in the one power of peace and love. So what happens to us is we have to drop the fix it, fix it, fix it. Realign with the one power and watch it disappear. Isn't that fascinating? Your part is so little. You don't have to fix a thing. You don't have to change a thing. You just have to realign with the one power and be certain that that's all that's here. And it goes, and people go, where's the problem? And they'll scream, the problem's still here. And you're like, I don't see it. We're good. And you won't be saying we're good as a spiritual bypass. You'll be saying we're good from the place of oneness. And when you do that, that's when it becomes a healing power. You have that ability. Every one of us has been called, I believe, in this exact perfect time to remember. And as we do that individually and together, I do believe a new world. I do believe in this new world. I do believe in God's world because I've seen it in myself. I've entertained it. I've felt it. I know it. And I too forget just like you. I get goofy just like you. So, see, I'm bringing you along with me on that one. But that's why we're together. That's the beauty of community, not to judge or divide, but to help each other remember. And when we focus the community on remembering, not judging the forgetting, then you've built a holy land. Then you've built a place. But it's about transformation. And I've been in this business for over 20 years now. And I've seen plenty of people walk up to the very opportunity to remember God in an upset, in community. But instead of choosing that holy moment to remember, they chose that moment to leave. It's fine ultimately. Like they'll be invited back. That one power isn't going to let them go. But it is the continual story of love and hate, love and hate, love and hate. And we sit here in the center of that, just ringing the bell of oneness. And I love that. I love that. Wherever two or more are gathered in that name, that's where God is revealed. So the crown chakra, color is purple, and it is on the top of the head. This is our seventh chakra, our final one. And I think of it as a lotus flower that just kind of opens up and sits itself on your head like a hat. And its color is purple. And the way that I teach it is simply two words: God is. It is the crowning jewel. It is the one truth that can, of its own nature, instantly activate every other one. It's going straight to the mothership. Helen Schuckman is the person who channeled A Course in Miracles. She's an atheist psychologist in New York, very cerebral. And as the story goes, she had a dream. And in the dream, I think she was in a cave or something, that's how it's appearing in my head. And she walks up to a scroll. And before she can unroll the scroll, as I remember being told, she was told, If you roll it to the left, you will see the past. If you roll it to the right, you will see the future. If you open it simply in the middle, you will see the present. And so in her dream, this one power guided her, was her choice point. What does she choose? Does she want to keep entertaining the past? Does she want to keep creating a fearful future? Or does she want to give them both up and see what's here now? And when she opened the scroll just to the present moment, it said, God is. That's all it said. That, if you have ears to hear that, the profound depth of those two words, which Emily Cady talked about, which Charles Myrtle Fillmore got. Myrtle Fillmore was healed because she got God is. And this movement was birthed out of a revelation that there's God and nothing else. The challenge with it is the dissolution of the part that you've been naming yourself as I call it the small I. The small I. It's not the capital I identity one with God. It's the small I that says, I'm going to make life happen. I'm going to get my goodies. I'm going to make this world. That small I, it will dissolve because it's not real. But we don't, according to A Course in Miracles, we don't yet even have enough humility to understand how much we have identified with the small I. All its cravings, all its fighting for its own life, all of that we have put our focus upon, all of that is what is pulled out. It's not that, it's like I die daily. I think of that as the small I. The small I, when you wake up in the morning, do you choose the capital I or the small I? Let the small I die every single day. And let the capital identity rise up over and over and over enough times, and you will build this muscle of obedience. The way that I love to do that we're going to do here, is through mantras. And I use my mala, which I brought today. On the mala, there are 108 beads. And it is said that the 108 is because, and this is an Eastern philosophy, and don't ask me to prove it, I just heard it and I'm passing it on. If anyone wants to Google it, please do. But the idea is that there are 108 deceptions of the heart. And there are 108 joys of the heart. So it's like a denial and an affirmation. So every time you do a mantra of truth, you are dissolving a deception, empowering a truth. And if you go through the malas 108 times, you have basically made your commitment. Your discipline and your focus has said, all lies be gone, only the truth remain. So we're going to do that today. It might sound, whoops, oh no, is it stuck in there? It is. Pause for commercial break. Let me tell you about the dance. Well, come on up, and someone's got to help me on this. Patrick's got it. So while we're doing my hair here, I got to take this off. There. Does that help? This is really worth it. I promise you. But next Saturday night. Oh, come on, I lost my mic. Hold There's a different kind of mic that I want, and it's not this one. Okay, thank you.
Now I crown you.
No. I was taking it off. Thank you. Okay, is that better? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So back to that commercial break. Next Saturday is our dance. I'm talking to you wonderful people live streaming. We're hosting a fundraiser. I know you're all coming because you're here. Maybe some of you can join us right here in beautiful Douglas Saugatuck here in Michigan. But if you can't join us, and if we've been serving your spiritual path at all, but this is my personal invitation, to ask you to please buy a ticket. We would love for you to support this event. It's only $25. And if you do, you will be giving someone a hot dog, a hamburger, and as much ice cream as they would like to have. Eating on your behalf, and you don't get the calories. This is a win-win for everyone involved. So please, if you've been joining us and streaming in, this is your opportunity to say thank you. By purchasing a ticket, Patrick will be posting the link, so you can do that right now. Thank you. Now, for those of us here and you all, let us move into this practice. It sounds like a long time. You may be going, 108 times. Don't worry, it's not that long. It's probably, especially with the short one, which we'll be doing, God is, it's like 3 to 4 minutes. So it's super simple. You can say it out loud. When I'm doing it by myself, I tend to just sort of more like whisper, God is, God is. That's more than enough to give it a little breath and a little voice. But what the purpose of it is to just pull you in and pull you in. I'll be leading you, I'll be doing the beads, and you'll hear clearly when it comes time to move to completion. So let us close our eyes and take a deep breath. And in this closing of our eyes and in this deep breath is our little willingness to say yes to God and nothing else. Our being here in this intention is so profound. And I know that every time we say God is, it will be like dropping it deeper and deeper and deeper into our heart, into our remembering. It will drop down every single chakra, enlivening it in a way that nothing else could. And it will be activating, imagine like drops of rain dropping right into the crown chakra as we open up that purple lotus on the top of your head, a purple light, lifting your awareness and attention up to the top of your head, perhaps even feeling a little tingling. It is right here where every time you say this truth, it will ring like a gong. It will spread and vibrate throughout your entire being. Take another deep breath. Exhale. And so we begin. God is. 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 Take a deep breath. And just imagine with me this wonderful energy flowing in through the crown chakra, awakening the brow chakra, dark blue, the throat chakra, light blue, the heart chakra, green, the solar plexus, yellow, flowing down to the sacral chakra, orange, and the root chakra, red, and then flowing back up the spine, up to the top, breathing it up, exhaling it down. Breathing it up. Exhaling it down. And imagine all of these colors extending and spreading and creating a circle of rainbow light within and all around you. All established from and anchored in the crown chakra. God is. And it is here, this holy, holy instant, where we remember, I am heaven, and all is given, has been given. It is in this alignment where we now can choose, even for 3 seconds, to see a world of peace. See a world anchored in one power, where love is its nature, generous sharing. Solutions immediately appear. And where everyone remembers, where one person is in pain, we all share this. And so we all move to heal together. And as we see this with our mind, we remember that it is our mind from which it comes. And so we ask the Holy Spirit, feel our commitment, feel our intention today, and heal within us through the power of forgiveness every lie of otherness. Let us be the demonstration of this one power. Let us not just think it, but embody it and live, move, and have our being from it. God is. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, just allow all the beautiful rainbow light to contract and close up into the chakras as you bring yourself back into the room. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. Please, we'll slice this out of the recording and put this on Facebook so that you can have this and do this throughout the week. It's a nice way to anchor yourself in this truth. So thank you very much for that. It is now your opportunity to share your gifts with Unity on the Lakeshore. And we invite the ushers to come forward as we take our gift in your hands and say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you so much. Oh, and I am grateful. Sorry about that. Thankful. Sorry. Thank you for your contributions. We invite Diana back up to share with you some other ways that you can give.
Thank you, Reverend Mark. I've studied the chakras over the years, and Reverend Mark has put them in a totally different light for me, and I love how he did the recap here today for all of them, and that'll be a go-to for me for sure. As the ushers are passing the basket, just know that there's other ways that you can give, and one of them is the text to give. So you can text your giving to 616-236-5205. Just to repeat that number, it's 616-236-5205. If it is your first time using the text to give option, it will walk you through some different questions for setup, and then after that is just putting in the dollar amount and sending the text. You can also give by going online to Unity on the Lakeshore /donations, and there's also a link in the chat as well. And then, of course, we always can use the mail system, and that address is P.O. Box, Douglas, Michigan, 49406. At this time, we have another song from Amy and Jesse. Let's welcome them back.
Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Whoa, whoa. Yes, I'm grateful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, I'm grateful.
Thank you, Amy and Jesse. I am curious how many people go throughout their week and songs like that just pop into their head. It happens to me all the time, and I love it, I love it, love it. Okay, at this time, I'd like to just communicate different ways that you can receive support. First is by emailing us at unitylakeshore@gmail.com. And you can also call the office at 269-857-8226. And of course, there's always a Unity silent prayer line that's open and available 24/7. Or you can call them at 816-969-2000. We also have a midweek meditation and prayer at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. And you can find the link on our Facebook page as well as the newsletter we send out. And I believe it's also, do we put that in the chat as well, Patrick? Not the Zoom link. It's just on Facebook. Thank you.
And our website.
And the website. Thank you. Today, right after the service, we are having our annual meeting. So we ask all of you, even the ones that are joining us online, to participate. It gives you an opportunity to see how we landed for the year from a financial perspective, but also just different things that we've incurred as we've gone through and what our future thinking is, and get your input. We have a new book study that's starting on August 23rd. It's a Tuesday at 7 p.m., and it will continue to meet on Tuesdays. And the book that's been chosen is Wherever You Go, There You Are by John Kabat-Zinn. Is that how you say that, Barb? Barb Corcoran will be leading the book study. If you haven't liked us on Facebook, please do. This gives us an opportunity to see what's going on and to share and engage with others as well. You can find us on facebook.com/Unity Lakeshore. Are there any new guests here for the first time? I see none, so welcome back, everybody. We love your energy and your smiling faces. Are there any other comments from the floor, from the community at this time? Well, yes, Jerry.
I wonder how many of us have noticed the new platform colors on the windows and on the paint. Has done really a good job of improving what we're looking at.
And so for those that are online, Jerry was just commenting about the new background that we have behind us, the gray, to help accent not only the amazing Reverend Lord, but also the different pictures in our windows. I just love the windows, and they're beautiful, so I think it helps accent that. At this time, I think we will close with our peace song. Let's welcome back up Jesse and Amy, please.
Okay, the time has come to close this service. We are so thankful for your time, your love. Go spread it out to the world. Let's close with our closing song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family harmony. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much. Please do stay for the meeting today, and please do buy your ticket for the dance. Look forward to seeing you.